Sports can be intense, thrilling, and inspiring. But some sports, well, they're just weird. From chasing cheese down a hill to wrestling with toes, here are the 10 most bizarre sports in the world. And trust me, you won't believe number one. Let's jump in. Starting off at number 10, we have Kabaddi, a sport that's been around for over 4,000 years. Imagine a mix of tag, wrestling, and holding your breath. Yes, that's right. Players take turns running into the opposing team's zone, tagging as many players as possible, and racing back without getting tackled, all while holding their breath. This ancient Indian sport is so popular, it has its own professional Kabaddi league with millions of fans. Oh, and here's the weirdest part. Players chant Kabaddi league nonstop to prove they're not breathing in. Could you hold your breath long enough to win a match? Let me know in the comments. At number 9, we have Sepak Takraw, a sport that looks like volleyball, but players can only use their feet, head, knees, and chest to hit the ball over the net. The ball is made of woven rattan, and players perform crazy backflips and bicycle kicks to keep the ball in play. This sport is huge in Southeast Asia, especially in Thailand and Malaysia. And honestly, some of these players have better foot skills than professional soccer players. Okay, this next one is just ridiculous. At number 8, we have bog snorkeling. The rules: swim through a muddy, stinky, freezing cold peat bog, using only flippers and a snorkel, no regular swimming strokes allowed. This insane competition is held in Wales every year, and people from all over the world show up, often dressed in hilarious costumes like superheroes and dinosaurs. Would you dive into a swamp for fun? Let me know in the comments. Coming in at number 7 is cheese rolling, a sport that proves humans will do anything for food. In this annual event in Gloucestershire, England, competitors sprint down a dangerously steep hill, chasing after a 4-kilogram wheel of cheese rolling at speeds of up to 112 kilometers an hour. The first person to reach the bottom wins the cheese, but let's be honest, most people just end up rolling, tumbling, and crashing all the way down. Fun fact, there have been so many injuries that officials tried to ban the event, but fans refused to let it die. Ever wondered what hockey would be like underwater? Well, that's exactly what underwater hockey is. Players dive into a pool and use small sticks to push a weighted puck across the floor while holding their breath. It was originally invented in the 1950s by the British Navy to improve divers' fitness. The game is fast, intense, and incredibly exhausting. But hey, at least there are no fights like in regular hockey, right? If you thought Quidditch was only in Harry Potter, think again. At number 5, we have the real-life version of Quidditch, played with teams running around with broomsticks between their legs. Over 500 teams across more than 40 countries play this sport, which combines elements of rugby, dodgeball, and tag. And instead of a flying golden snitch, they use a real person wearing a yellow outfit with a tennis ball attached to them. The Quidditch World Cup is a real thing, and yes, people take it very seriously. At number 4, we have a game similar to arm wrestling, but instead, players lock toes and try to pin their opponent's foot down. This sport was invented in a British pub in 1976, and believe it or not, there's a toe wrestling world championship held every year. Oh, and before competing, players must go through a foot hygiene inspection, because no one wants to wrestle with stinky toes. At number 3, we have a sport straight out of Finland, wife carrying. The rules? Carry your wife or any female partner through an insane obstacle course, running through mud, water, and barriers. The winner's prize? Their wife's weight in beer. Oh, and here's a tip. The fastest carrying technique is called the Estonian carry, where the wife hangs upside down on the husband's back. At number 2, we have extreme ironing, because why iron clothes in your house when you can do it while rock climbing, skydiving, or scuba diving? This sport started in 1997 and has even had its own world championships. The goal? Iron clothes in the most extreme, ridiculous locations possible. Sounds like the perfect sport for laundry haters. And finally, at number 1, we have chess boxing, a sport that mixes brains and brawn. Players alternate rounds of chess and boxing, meaning you need to think strategically while also getting punched in the face. Matches can be won by knockout or checkmate, so you better be good at both. This sport has become shockingly popular in places like Germany, Russia, and the UK. So, are you strong and smart enough for chess boxing? And that's it. The 10 most bizarre sports in the world. Which one would you try? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more crazy videos every week. See you next time.